Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video to talk to you about what you need to do to prepare for our class discussion tomorrow. And I have children around me, so if you can hear Blue's Clues in the background, sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to give this a shot. We'll see how it goes. I really think it's a good idea because I know that How to Tell a True War Story is confusing, and it's probably not like anything you've ever read before. So I want to make sure that you have a good understanding of what O'Brien's trying to do here, why it's good, and what the message is. So to prepare for this discussion, when you participate in discussions in college, both in your online classes and in your face-to-face classes, your professors are going to expect that you can make direct references to the readings, because part of what they would grade you on in a discussion is proof that you have knowledge of what you're supposed to be doing in reading. So the first thing that I would suggest, the way that I would approach it when I had to do these, was I'll go to the text and I'll specifically highlight, put a Post-it note or something, flag 2 or 3 things within the assigned reading that I know I can talk about, so that if somebody says hey Erica, what do you think about this chapter, I can be well, on page so and so this is what it says. So I suggest you go back and find a couple passages like that it doesn't always have to be things that you can brag about and say yeah, here's this part of the chapter that I understand really well. It can even be places where you were confused, I was looking back at the part with the orchestra that they're hearing in the jungle, and I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Yeah, you're very handsome. I'm not totally sure what's going on with that. So you can ask questions about that too. That's part of a discussion. Asking questions is another way to participate. Now, at first I thought about trying to do a FaceTime thing and see if I could get on there and us all talk. And I think we'll run over each other, number one. And number two, I want people who are absent to be able to have a way to look at whatever we talk about so they can understand the chapter. And number three, I know that some of you guys are super shy, or at least my kids were, and it's hard for them to participate in class discussions because they're just not excited about talking in front of their classmates, especially if they're not super comfortable with the reading. So because of that, that's why we're probably going to do it mostly written. I'd like to be on YouTube Live so that you can hear me and I can quickly answer back on things. But I think if we're all in the same Google Doc at the same time, which I know that I am being a little risky to see if a Google Doc will work with 20 some of us in it at the same time, but I think it will. We'll make it work. So you're going to be able to type your answers, but again, in these answers, you need to either be able to paraphrase or offer direct quotes to whatever I'm asking you when we're going through the chapter and analyzing. And then just in order to prepare, the only other thing that I would like for you to do, here are some guiding questions that I'm probably going to ask tomorrow. If you listen to these, it will give you an idea of what I'm looking for. If you've done the paradox work beforehand, that is also going to help you because we're building off of looking at those paradoxes. So I want you to, we're going to be talking about some of the elements that he say make a true war story. Okay. And he does that a lot. So we're going to go in and break that down with what is a true war story. And sorry, I'm turning down Steve. What makes up a true war story, and what are some of those criteria? So we're going to discuss that more. We're going to talk about why does it even matter that the story begins with the line, "This is true," and how does that prepare the reader for the story? What does he mean when he says true war stories are never about war? The big overarching question is going to be, in O'Brien's terms, what's the relationship between historical truth, as in what happens, and fictional truth, which is a paradox, and we'll talk more about. Why is the baby water buffalo scene more disturbing than the death of one of O'Brien's platoon members, Kurt Lemon? And then O'Brien explains that this is not a war story, it's a love story. In what sense is this a love story, and why? I'd also, again, like for you guys to have some questions prepared too. What is confusing you in this chapter? What do you need help with? So I'll be even happier if we get in this Google Doc and you guys type a couple questions of your own. All right. I think that covers everything. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me or Dr. Ferguson. So ericamm@vt.edu or tferguson@Bluefield State. I can't wait to give this a try tomorrow. I really think we're going to have some fun, and I wanted to give you guys a break of kind of the same everyday note-taking things that we're doing. And if it works good, I'd like to try doing it at least once a week. My kids might help me on the discussion a little bit, but that's cool. We'll do it. All right, guys. Have a good day.